I've been with Select Comfort, our Sleep Number, for about 17 years now, and the last 2 years have been amazing when you consider the influence of social media. And in a very short period of time at Select Comfort, we've put together a vast array of social media tools, and then created just a well-choreographed network of opportunities and situations where our social network, digital and traditional PR efforts, are the equivalent for us last year of adding another store to our chain. We have 380 stores, and just in trackable sales, we have added the equivalent of one more store with a fraction of the cost that it takes to open and run a store. And that's just trackable sales. We do a lot of other things with our social media network that is very, very important for the organization. The way we have it set up is pretty structured. We have 4 very, very active Twitter accounts to start with, and each one of the Twitter handles gathers a set of audience that are in specific areas. So we have my Twitter handle is Sleep Geek Pete. So if you ever want to look up Sleep Geek Pete, I have quite a few followers, and I tweet daily about things that help people improve sleep. Don't even talk about the brand, but we do gather a tremendous amount of information from our tweets, and that's one of the biggest lessons that I've learned with social media, is when you're listening to conversations and listening to people tweet and watching what's on there, not only can you influence them if you need to, but if you just stop and listen to all the conversations that are going on, you'll learn more than hiring hundreds and hundreds of people to do focus groups. They're out there. They're natural. They're unabashed. They're tremendous efforts. So what you need to do is just to be listening and monitoring actively all the time. And then strategically either act immediately on it, and we do that daily. One of the things that we use our social network for is to measure tonality. When you look at all the conversations that are happening with your brand, you measure how many of them are negative, how many of them are neutral, how many of them are positive, and you can shape that. We absolutely look at it as a sales opportunity. We look at it as an instant customer service opportunity, and we can absolutely modify our tonality. And then, as I said earlier, we aggregate data and identify trends. And then once we identify that there's a big enough trend or a need for something, then we'll set up an event. And then finally, the other thing that I think is very important is if you take your traditional efforts and intertwine them with your social efforts. So every one of our ads, emails, every one of our I do about 150 radio interviews a year on sleep and sleep-related issues, and we always say to go to one of our sites, either our Twitter, we usually put our Twitter handle on there, our Facebook site, or we even have a YouTube now where we are posting videos on how to get better sleep, or you can go to YouTube Sleep Number and see our current ads. You can see other people have posted just how they found their sleep numbers. It's just incredibly powerful how many people are online any minute, and if you have a good strategy to influence what they're doing, it really does pay off both in financial terms, in terms of brand equity, and in terms of overall people's opinion of your product and your brand. So.